Penn State's prowess in the world of science and engineering is well known. But the fine arts are coming on strong. Case in point, Professor Kim Cook. Teacher, recording artist, world-class cellist, and the first Penn State Laureate. An appointment that allowed Kim to share her artistry and skills with audiences for a full year.
As its first university laureate, Penn State chose a professor who fell in love with the cello as a young girl.
I grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I started piano lessons when I was 6. And when I was 8 or 9, I started on the cello at a summer music program, just within the public schools.
At age 14, Kim traveled with a youth orchestra to perform in Europe.
I'll never forget playing in the Musikverein in Vienna, playing the Tchaikovsky Fourth Symphony. And I think this combination of travel and incredible music just was irresistible for me.
It was the start of a brilliant career that took Kim to distant corners of the world and finally to Penn State.
Kim and I actually came here in 1991, and when we came, there were very few string music majors.
Violinist Jim Lyon and I were both hired here, and our charge was to build the string program. So on every Friday, Jim and I would go out and we would give workshops and we would conduct orchestras, and we tried to recruit the most talented students to Penn State. And now we have over 70 majors in our orchestra.
I think it's safe to say that we've been pretty effective.
Before long, promising young cellists from around the world were coming to Penn State for the chance to study with Kim.
And my cello choirs had now students from Lithuania, Bulgaria, Croatia, Taiwan, Germany, and this year we have 2 from Argentina and Brazil.
Professor Kim Cook has everything to do with my decision coming here to study at Penn State. I feel like as a cellist and as a musician, I'm really climbing higher on my technique.
Pulling the string rather than coming down on top of it.
Kim Cook is a very dedicated teacher too. I didn't know this before I came here, but I realized that she puts a lot of interest, a lot of time into her studio, and she spends a lot of energy into keeping us on track.
It really explodes here. Try it again.
She is very experienced as a performer, which is already a good thing because there's a lot of things that come from the experience of playing as a soloist that she's able to share with her students.
For 1 year, the laureate position gave Kim the time to write columns, to make television and radio appearances, to lecture, and to perform for the public.
One thing besides playing well, if you want to have any kind of concert career, is you need to be able to relate to people, because afterwards there's always a social interaction, there's the greeting of people, and she's so great at making people feel comfortable. She's very approachable.
We come from a community, we live together, families.
One of the campuses I went to had some students that were from a German community. It's called the Bruderhof. It's kind of like an Amish community because it's isolated. They also have brought the tradition of music with them from Germany. So there were a number of cellists that were there.
These are all cello students.
Not really.
Yeah. My wife is a cellist, yeah. She's a cellist.
That's fantastic. At some point, I may go down and give a cello class. Maybe I can recruit one of these students to Penn State.
I think the laureate position, in a way, is really just a way of recognizing what she does anyway.
Kim Cook has done a fabulous job as a musician because she's been able to perform, to talk about music, to get other people interested in music.
I I think that President Spener is sending like one of the best musicians here, like to just say, here, this is my music and that's what I do, and this is what we do at Penn State.
I think everybody that plays classical music is an ambassador for classical music because we all love it so much. We want to involve more audiences.